Good morning, it's Dr. James. Hey, I hope you're off to an awesome start today. It's so good to see you. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. And yes, I'm strategically trying to get these awesome trees here in the background. This is right outside of the Epic Living Laboratory Treehouse here in the Colorado Rockies. And just read a very fascinating and very sobering study. I'm gonna go in the treehouse because it's a little breezy out here. But you know what's amazing? This study was all about how when we're spending too much time indoors, we get something called environmental cortisol challenge. Environmental cortisol challenge. Ooh, yikes, I don't want any of that. Well, you know, it's fascinating. They're saying that the more time we're spending time indoors or in very familiar, very somewhat boring environments, we find ourselves actually increasing the stress hormones. And there's also this interesting thing too, where when we're in that experience, there's something called socially induced ADHD, where we can't focus on the people that we're spending time around because we're kind of just fidgety and bored because of the environments we're spending time in. And in that, we lose our kindness, we lose our generosity, we lose our confidence, we lose our creativity. So today, oh my goodness, we're going to do a nature intervention. Are you ready? You're going to love this study. There's certain things that come across my desk and I go, oh my goodness, I can't wait to share this with you because I know you are interested in creating a life that you love. I know that you're interested in seeing yourself committed to raising your life game and feeling awesome about yourself and feeling a way that you could actually have the courage to contribute in a very powerful way to really change the world with your influence, right? I mean, I know it sounds a little like, oh my goodness, really? All I want to do is get out of bed. Well, you know what? Once you get out of bed, you're going to change the world. I'm calling today nature equals nurture of your heart and your mind and your spirit and your happiness. This is a study that I came across. It was all about what happens when we get outside of those boring environments, when we get ourselves into nature, how it can lower the cortisol. But in particular, I gotta tell you, one of the things I'm fascinated by and I'm really inspired by is how more and more humans that I'm connecting with on airplanes and out in the world, there's this desire to be more generous. There's this desire to be more kind. And I know people go, really, where are you hanging out? Where are you hanging out? You know, in Utopia? No, I'm hanging out in the real world. And I think when you get through kind of the initial layers where people are kind of feeling defensive, we all want to be more generous and kind. So I came across a study that was actually all about what happens when we get into nature in relationship to cortisol and dopamine and serotonin, but particularly how it influences our desire to be kind and our desire to be more generous. Oh my goodness, who wants that? Show of hands. Yes. So here's what's cool. Just walking in nature for as little as 8 to 10 minutes each and every day increases our desire to be kind and also influences our desire to be more generous. This is what gets interesting. So you say, well, you know what? Easy for you, James. You know, you live out there. I mean, look at this is my backyard. It's pretty awesome. So you're going, no wonder you're so kind and generous. I don't say that with any ego. I mean, it's a little more tongue in cheek. But here's what's interesting. They say also, if you can't get out in nature, just having images of nature will also increase your sense of kindness and your desire to be more generous. So a picture of the woods, you know, go ahead and take this picture, you know, put that next to your desk. It can do amazing things for you. Take this picture, the beautiful mountains outside here. Look at that. So here's what's cool, and this is where it gets fascinating. Images of nature will also do it. And if you really want this one makes me laugh, so I think it's so cute. Just having a plant on your desk can actually increase your desire to be more generous and kind. So get an aloe plant, get a chrysanthemum. I don't know where that comes from, but just sitting next to a plant will literally increase your desire through neurochemistry to make you want to be more kind and generous. And this is what's interesting. You have an opportunity. Let's just stop for just a few moments. Think about what it means to be kind and generous. Think about what happens to you and everyone around you when you're kind and you're generous. And think about tonight when you go to bed, when you knew all day long you were developing a neurochemical muscle that made you want to be more generous, more kind, more loving, more, if you will, influencing the goodness that you want to be standing for. So tonight, when you fall asleep, you fall asleep under the influence of peace and purpose and a sense of positivity that makes you just go, good for me, good for the world. So with that, good for you. Much love and many blessings. Have an awesome day. I certainly appreciate you. Bye-bye.